Welcome back, this is Starian from Starian Gaming. Today we're running the Wrath of the Lich King dungeon known as Utgarde Pinnacle. Now this was a max level dungeon back then. Located in the Howling Forge. Let's get into it and let's go. And as you can see, the quest givers are here. Basically have you collecting items and such, killing some mobs. Just general dungeon stuff. Alright, let's...
I require a target!
Now there's actually some herbalism nodes in here. They're pretty much going to be located right in this area, as you can see. You got Lynch Bloom. Oops, did not loot that. Now you see this little bauble here, that's actually one of the items you'll need to collect for the quest. There'll also be some goblets, some bars. You'll even have a jade figurine of a tiger as well to complete the quest. There's the bar. And there's one of the chalices, or goblets, however you want to call them.
My liege, I have done as you asked, and now beseech you for your blessing.
Your sacrifice is a testament to your obedience. Indeed, you are worthy of this charge. Arise, and forever be known as Svala Sorrowgrave.
The sensation is beyond my imagining. I am yours to command, my king.
Your first test awaits you. Destroy our uninvited guests.
I will be happy to slaughter them in your name. Come, enemies of the Scourge, I will show you the might of the Lich King.
Salva Sorrowgrave. Whatever you say, that's the Sorrowgrave. Now, there's actually an achievement associated with her. Now, you see the Scourge Hawk. If you have him get killed by her Falling Blade ability, you get an achievement for that. This fight is basically a simple tank and spank, but at certain times, she'll take a person of your party, throw them right where she is, and there will be 3 banshees that spawn that you have to kill before her blade falls down onto the player and kills them. Also, this portal back here will summon fireballs periodically to hit you. It's random targeting, so you can't really... It's just basically healing you to stay on top of everything. As for her, one shot.
I will vanquish your sword.
Now this is actually a boss room, which turns into a small gauntlet fight until you take out the big guy back there. To get this fight started, all you have to do is click on this little, we'll call it a pedestal, until it summons up a blood orb. And way back then, you were actually able to tame, as a hunter, a wolf that looked like this, but Blizzard put a fix in that you no longer could. I unfortunately missed out on my hunter of getting that tame. And as you can see, the blood orb's gonna resurrect each one of these. So, basically fight these 4, and then you fight him. As for him, he has a pierce ability that makes you bleed over time. But he also, this is more of a timed fight, because over time, he does a shout that reduces your HP. Everyone's, and it's stacked. So you gotta be fast, because the lower HP goes, the more damage you're technically gonna take from the shouts, because basically you get to like 5 stacks, your party's gonna pretty much wipe. Unless you got an amazing healer, which luckily for me back then, I knew a lot. And to this day, I still actually do know a few.
What display? I will destroy you.
Now, this is a boss that's pretty famous for a lot of people. He's known to be dropping a mount that basically doesn't fall for a lot of people. Scotty the Ruthless. Yeah, just call him the Ruthless. Basically, this fight involves the harpoon throwers you see back there. You have to get 3 to knock him out of the sky. There's an achievement, I believe, is if you defeat him within 3 minutes of the initial start of the conflict, which, once I get close to him, that will start it. You get the achievement. But also, he drops this mount right here, a blue proto-drake, which I believe is actually required for another achievement in the mount section. We're gonna get this started, so let's take this guy out.
What mongrels dare intrude here? Look alive, my brothers! A feast for the one that brings me their heads!
Now, to get the harpoons you need for this gun, you kill the harpooners and they drop. Now, you can loot them, but I would advise you, only someone who knows what they're doing should be doing this. So when he comes into range again, which you will receive basically a raid warning saying, hey, they're in range, that's when you launch the harpoons at them. And since we're on heroic difficulty, it's going to take 3 of them to knock them down. Since I have 3, I can just blast him out of the sky.
You motherless knaves! Your corpses will make fine morsels for my new drake!
An attack! I'll show...
Now, you need to be careful while fighting some of these mobs. The Berserker here actually has a fear that could scatter your whole party. Now, you can skip the Scourge Hawk, but just going down to here. Take out these guys. Now, to actually safely pull this room, even nowadays, groups will wipe because of the fear. You pull the first group here, in LOS, which is line of sight them, right to here, and then burn them down. And then the next group you can pull in line of sight right to here, and then you're good. There is patrol there, as you can see. But other than that, as long as you do the line of sight strategy on stuff, you shouldn't have to worry about wiping your group. You can easily skip the Scourge Hawks. There will be one more group before the final boss. And to do that, you want to pull them back to these stairs. because you don't want to accidentally get feared into the boss. That's why you do a range pull on them. Now this is the first time you actually meet the king here, King Imran. For him, as you can see, there's 4 Viking boats, more or less, or Valkyrie boats, or Valkyrie boats. During certain percentages, you will be feared by him. He will go over to one of these boats, summon up a power of a fallen king, and use it against you. It's basically every 25% he'll do that. There's also an achievement here. Well, there's actually 2 of them. One's for Children's Day, that you have the orphan you're with out, take him out. You get that achievement. But the main dungeon one here is you do not trigger his ability known as Bane, which we should be easily able to get it once I hit him with a frost shock.
You invade my home
apparently I already have it.
and dare to challenge me? I will tear the hearts from your chests and offer them as gifts to the Death God! Ruah Nya Gabor!
Then as you can see, simple way right back to the entrance to hand in your quest. You don't even have to teleport in or out nowadays. But that's been Utgarde Pinnacle. This has been Asterion from Asterion Gaming, asking you to please like and subscribe to my videos. I hope to see you guys in the next one.